Hello, my name is Robert Pearson, and this is New York Times assignment response number 2. My student number is R26. I shouldn't let that be known on YouTube. I'll just upload it with video. Now, my choice of article today was the rational choices of crack addicts. As I was Googling around and searching in New York Times for different articles, I found this title and I just had to read. And I felt that he brought up a lot of good issues about the purveyance of an idea within psychology that may or may not actually be correct. And he even mentioned it once in his article about how the government funding seems to come to those who give the right answers to the problems, that the war on drugs and the drug policies and otherwise can be effective. This research seems to be more funded, and that's really what a lot of scientists are struggling with right now, is being able to get the funding to discover and properly document the phenomena that they believe to be occurring around them. As a professor at Columbia University, Dr. Hart, I believe it's Dr. Hart, they don't directly reference him as a doctorate, but he is an associate professor. They are directly referencing him as that. He tackles cocaine and crack addiction in an amazing study that goes to show that given an option between crack or another alternative, that people are actually a lot more inclined to take the alternative than the current research would show. If we look into it further, it kind of goes to show that there is a socioeconomic reasoning, and that if you are a part of a miserable existence and a miserable life, if you're doing something that gives you a temporary happiness, then that is the addiction, not necessarily the chemical dependency on crack, cocaine, heroin, or other illicit drugs. I completely agree with his findings, and I hope more can be done with this. If there is a hope to beat addiction as a whole, not just chemical dependence, but anything that's a compulsive behavior that's disruptive to a person's life and health and otherwise, I really think that there is a lot of work to be done yet. And also, the article went over Carl Hart's personal life, which he was born in Miami, product of a broken home. Mother was a drug addict. Family members, friends, everyone wound up either dead or in prison, and that's no way for somebody to be. But you can see the Mr. Hart, Dr. Hart himself, is also a product of this broken environment, and that's what's making him motivated to come out with these studies to challenge the popular belief, which I think is where the research and methodologies really shine through in this article. Is he didn't go with the norm. He didn't sit there and accept findings from articles that may or may not have had the same exact relevance as he was looking for. He documented how the rats that would just press a lever over and over again would be solitary and lonely and sad in existence. So if we can provide alternatives and a way of life for these people, maybe the addictions can be lessened. Maybe the impact on society can be lessened, if not to the individual itself. I really hope to see more future research being done about this, and it was a pleasure to read. Definitely an eye-grabbing headline. That's my review of this article. Thank you very much.